today. From Soldier Field,
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Soldier Field. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's...
And a loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Making that play behind the line was Justin Simmons. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Finds the open target, Arnold. And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Brady. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Hurts. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
But when you go on the road, you're hoping to make plays that will take the crowd out of the game. I think that's a pretty good example right there.
Yeah, a break like that never hurts, especially in the 1st quarter. Maybe help to set the tone a little bit.
Could settle them down, get them into the game a little bit easier without that crowd really being against them.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bears take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
For the Bears, it's 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now they'll throw with Brady. He'll buy some time right. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Now a play fake. Brady. Wide open receiver, complete. Down the left sideline. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Josh Jacobs, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games, because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. T.J. Watt from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from moving out in front. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 78 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Brady's throw there complete, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he gets it down to the 32. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Jacobs. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll run it with Jacobs. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal gets them the lead, but they'll risk it here on 4th and goal. They go with Jacobs, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. On first down, Hurts. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Mike Purcell. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 125 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. A good running there by Jacobs on first down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now a give to Jacobs running right.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for their fullback. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, Johnson down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And he stopped immediately there. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
A third quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Brady. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The drive starts with a completion left side.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. They stay on the ground. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Throwing is Hurts.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to go up top again.
And, incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up third down.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
They'll set up the screen to Vaughn.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Here's Vaughn. They'll run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. The 40. The 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Quick slant, Dotson.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he's got some space here.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They're going for it with the option right. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Tom Brady in the offense. Down 24-14. A minute 52 to play. Now Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Brady to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe the defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots, and probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Julian Love picks it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
57 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Eagles,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win.
And they'll get another road test next.